Howdy peeps, welcome back to the channel if it's your first time here. Bit of an interesting one today, something that just kind of came to mind, as it were. One of those ruminants moments. Thrive, survive, or unalive. Yeah, the title came to me before the idea did for the actual video, so you know, this is going to be a bit of a waffle, me coming up with random stuff. So let's get looking at some fish, shall we? As usual, they're far prettier than I am. Let's start with some shelly dwellies, which can be a case in point about the thrive, survive or unalive. My shell dwellers are thriving. Yes. Why is that then, Sharp? What are you on about? What are you waffling about? Well, there are certain different things that can affect how a fishy gets on. You can see the amount of bloody fry in there. The water parameters, their tank mates or lack of, and their food and their maintenance, all of which are pretty important. Though in no particular order, let's start with maintenance. Well, that one's fairly simple, isn't it? Do it. Excuse me. It's really not that hard. Do your water changes, keep your ammonia down to 0, your nitrates down, etc, etc. Clean your filter out regularly. No, I don't mean once every 6 months. And your fish will do better and thank you for it. Well, not literally, but they won't die on you. Well, that's one reason they won't. Second, food. Feed if you can a mix of different foods. Not too much, not too little. Different types, different flavours. Because all the foods are different. They all have different additives and add-ons and flavourings, and as they say for us, a mixed and varied diet is always for the better. Same goes for our fish. Oh, not necessarily because the same reasons, but it's very easy for them to get fixated on one kind of food, which will mean they won't accept other kinds of food because they don't recognise it as such. So feed a mix, different things now. Flakes, granules, pellets, live, veg, whatever you can, whatever's good, whatever suits your fish. Because some fish like different foods. There's no point feeding a mabu puffer. I just like saying that word, mabu. There's no point feeding a mabu puffer courgette or zucchini because, molluskivore. Yes, I know I just made that word up, but hey, they eat shellfish, so that's what I'm going with. Same as there's no point feeding a veggie fish chunks of raw tilapia. It's not going to go well. Basically, don't buy a carnivore and expect it to eat vegan, and don't buy a vegan and expect it to eat carnivore. And there's going to be one thing that ties all of this together at the end. So that's it. Next thing is, let's just say water parameters. What kind of water does the fish like? As you saw, my shell dwellers are doing awesome. That's because they love really hard water, and my water is really hard. You can pretty much chew on it. There's that much calcium in it. Rams, on the other hand, really don't do well in my water. Discus would probably kick the bucket the instant they touch my water. And probably turn to stone, that kind of. So there we go. And it's not just the pH, it can be the GH, the KH, more than likely the KH. I think that's my issue with rams, is they don't like calcium, or the amount of calcium that's in my water. Oh, behave you two. Stop arguing. Can't be that time in a month again. So we've gone through food, parameters, maintenance, tank mates. That's the next one. As you see, we have a busy and happy and thriving mixed community kind of tank going on here. We've got two different flavours of Corys. We've got the Limia Perugio, we've got the Electric Blue Acara, bristly noses. There's a couple of neons floating about in here somewhere. There's been all sorts of fish in this tank over the years, and 9 times out of 10 they get on really well. But certain fish don't get on with either other fish at all, excuse me again, or certain other kinds of fish. Now, let's just say this was as is, and I added a Senegal Bichir. And the Bichir would thrive, it would do absolutely awesome. All the Limia would go away though, because he would eat them. Not through being aggressive or nasty, because Bichirs aren't like that. They're actually rather friendly fish, in my experience anyway. They kind of like a fuss, a belly rub. You know, they aren't aggressive, they just are predators. So, yeah, so they will eat anything that fits in their mouth pretty much, including massive algae wafers, as Spaz found out. He was my Senegal Bichir, by the way. I'm trying to keep these Acara in shot, but they won't stay still for more than 2 seconds. Other species of fish are aggressive. They don't do well with other tank mates. They will attack them just because. It's not because they're, you know, it's just the way they are. I'd put dual cichlids in here one time, Hemichromis litholilae, and they ripped chunks out of these gorgeous Acaras. They even ripped chunks out of the Bichir, and they were 1/4 of the size at most, maybe smaller, than the Acara. And the Bichir is obviously a lot bigger, but they were taking chunks out of them, beating them up. So they had to go. And how can you sort all this? How can you find all this out, Sharp? Well, I hate to say it again, but research. Yes, research. When you go into the LFS or aquarium shop or fish store or local pet store, whatever you want to call it, wherever you get your fishy friends from, and you see something, go, oh, that's pretty, I want that. Oh, that look just perfect. That is when you break out the portable computer, or portable supercomputer basically, that you all carry around in your pockets. Make sure you got some signal, and you type in the name of the fish, and then it will bring up all sorts of results, and you look at a couple. You don't just take 2 or 3. You know, you don't just look at the first one. You know, it might be me saying that Electric Blue Acara are super chill and tame and awesome and wonderful, and someone else might have some absolute psychotic evil bastards. It just depends. So yeah, the research, figure these things out before you buy the fish. That way, hopefully, they will at least all survive. Even better, they thrive, and hopefully they don't unalive. And how do you tell though, Sharp, when a fish is thriving? Well, they're brightly coloured, they're out and about, they zoom in, they're exhibiting lots of natural behaviour, feeding like crazy, multiplying if you've got male and female. just all in all doing awesome and being great fish to watch. Surviving, yeah, you won't get the breedy. They might be a bit more hidey-uppy, not so well coloured. And yeah, Unalive is fairly easy to figure out. You stick them in there and a couple of days later they're floating on the surface or being eaten by snails. Yeah, something weren't right. So there we go. Simple, I hope, and kind of maybe entertaining guide. And let's have a look. Look at you, gorgeous girl. Yes, I know your belly's looking a bit empty. That's cause in that cave down there with that wafty tail and butt fins is going on. Yeah, you dropped another big batch of heggies, haven't you, darling? Yes, you're a good girl. Anyway, there we go. That's enough of me waffling on about these things, so let's get this thing turned around. Look at my ugly mug again, and we'll see if we can't get myself roughly centered in frame. Oh, there we go. So, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff down below. Just click buttons. If you've got any questions, stick them in the comments. Usual stuffs. Memberships, super chat, super thank, all that stuff. Live streams every Sunday, 6 to 8 GMT. Hold the camera level sharp. Probably help. There we go. I don't think I'm standing level, that's the problem. Have a great week. Peace out. Rock on. Bye bye. Aquarium Daily shirts. Woohoo! Available from Aquarium Daily.